kaisiwe vanhu vangu inguva yedu hatingatadzi kubudirira mwari ari parutivi pedu rambai muchirwa.
My hitters don't die, and real hitters gon' shine, and my people gon' line. That's my point to it, yeah. I ain't saying
But the hell do I not have a deal? I swear this thing is a real dog. I play fan off, the cowards so they can't feel. The wife try to console me like it's coming, baby, chill. She don't understand, I'm the only one that's real. I remember the third grade, them kids, they had waves. I had them BDBs, you know that Zimbabwean grade. So they do shades and your boy hit the stage, press play and all the chicks was like, yeah. While boys was moving bricks, I was moving chips, yeah. If she gave me calculus, gave her a mouthful of it. Heat rose to this thing, boy, I bet on myself.
Hi, everyone. Grand Rising, y'all. Welcome to the Day with Trae. I'm your host, Trae Holiday, and we got a phenomenal Friday in the works for y'all. I'm excited to have y'all join us, and I'm also excited to dive in with my guest today. We have Michael Carter, who is with King County Green Jobs, Green Futures program. He's going to be telling us all about a summit they have coming up, and later on in the show, it is, of course, Fitness Friday, y'all. So, you know, Deon BodiMeChanik Abdullah is back in the building today. His guns are out. So I'm like, I'm going to put my guns out. But we're so glad that he's also here to talk to us about some everyday things we can be doing to infuse fitness into our lifestyle that is already existing. And we've been having this discussion throughout the week, and I'm so excited to bring it here to the show because, you know, the things that he was sharing with me, I'm like, sometimes you don't even think that you can do that and also be burning calories, y'all. So I'm excited to make sure that we get with him later on in the show. But y'all know it's the top of the show right now, so it's a great time for you. Yeah, you, okay? Go ahead, tag and share the stream with folks who you feel could benefit from a daily dose of dopeness right here on The Day with Trae. If you can't watch our TV show, we surely have you covered because you can listen to us anywhere you find your favorite podcast. Just search Converge Media Network and The Day with Trae. Y'all will find me on Google, Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, Apple Music. I mean, over 200 plus platforms, whichever one is your favorite. Go ahead and search for us and you'll find us there. Well, because of course I get to learn, I'm going to make sure I dive right in with my first guest, Michael Carter. Hi, Michael.
Hey, Trae. How you doing?
I'm well. Thanks for joining me today.
I'm happy to be here. Glad to talk about some of these opportunities.
Well, you know, I always love to start off with you,
Okay.
you know, what got you into this line of work with King County and particularly in the kind of theme of green jobs, which we know is really specific, but it's also starting to get such a big buzz. Tell us about some of your beginnings that brought you to this work.
Great question. My background's in workforce development. I've been doing workforce development for about 10 years. Really grew up in this work, helping job seekers find the right position, find the right opportunity. I think when you find the right job, you're able to better care for yourself and better able to care for your family. And then that has a positive impact on the community around you. Right. So it's this cascade of positive benefits. So, you know, I work with King County on King County's climate team. And our goal is to help implement our county's strategic climate action plan, which helps us prepare for and adapt and mitigate the effects of climate change in our region and contribute to mitigating the effects overall on our planet. So really, really proud of that work. I got to this space really through workforce development and realizing that we need to see a workforce that's connected to climate that looks like the county that we're in, right? Representation. I think that's really important.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. And especially when you're talking about jobs like this, which are, in my mind, they're jobs of the future. So I love this green jobs, green futures, right? That name is really catchy to me. But also, honestly, it's work that needs to be done now. People have been saying if we would have started this work decades ago, we would be so much further ahead. How do you really engage, potential candidates around these jobs? Because some of this is still seems a bit new age for folks.
Yeah, totally agree with you. I think the concepts, especially in the communities that we serve, are emerging still, and we're raising the level of consciousness around some of these things. So our county has a green job strategy, the first one our county's ever done. That was unveiled in February of 2023. And our strategy really focuses on connecting frontline communities, those are the folks that experience the effects of climate change first and worst, to economic opportunities in the green economy. So when we talk about green jobs and we talk about the green economy, we're talking about a diversity of positions. That's the electrician that's installing solar panels on your roof. That's the HVAC technician that's installing heat pumps to provide not only heating but cooling in your space and save money on your electric bill. That's also, the project managers that are leading work and doing development and planning around where do we put our infrastructure to be prepared for extreme heat or be prepared for wildfires, right? It's also, the beautiful sectors of transportation, manufacturing, construction, professional services. There are all types of opportunities to get involved and engaged in the green economy, whether we're talking about clean energy deployment or we're talking about sustainability in the professional or consulting space, or we're talking about conservation of our lakes and streams and waters and aquifers. So really there's a diversity of opportunity, and we just want to make sure that our residents in King County have access to those opportunities. And that's why we're doing the Green Jobs, Green Futures Summit. We're really, really proud of this event, September 29th at Fremont Foundry.
Yeah. Well, this is a way to kind of engage community more. And that's really what is interesting to me. I know one of your program managers is here, Anushka is with you as well. And you were saying, look, this is work that she's been pouring a lot into, but so much of this is about making sure the community shows up. How are y'all doing that level of engagement to get folks to the summit?
Great question. So that's kind of why I'm here today and having this conversation with you. We really want to make sure that your listeners and your audience know about what we're doing. And we also have some digital marketing that we're doing and we're engaging in. We're also doing some direct outreach with school systems and community-based organizations to let them know about this event. And let me tell you, like this particular event, it is not just, your average job fair, right? It's a totally different experience. From 12 to 4, we have our Green Industry Showcase, and we're really reimagining what it looks like to be a job fair. So of course, there will be employers there. Of course, they'll have open positions. But instead of a recruiter standing behind a table, telling you to apply online, we have interactive demo stations. So each employer that's going to be in that space is going to run a demo station where folks can touch, feel, see, experience what it's like to be a part of that particular field. So really, folks are getting a taste of the day in the life. And I think that that's a little bit different, and we really appreciate that. So that's the first half of the event from 12 to 4. That's really for our school systems, our folks that are participating in training programs, pre-apprenticeship programs, really get access to opportunities, right? But then we have another event. We're not stopping there, right? We have something from 6 to 8 called the Green Jobs Talent Jam. That's also a part of the summit. And this is for our adults. This is for our employers, our job seekers, our contractors that are really sharing in a really creative format, quick 1 to 3 minute pitches on how they're getting engaged in the green economy. And then they're doing some networking afterwards. So we're creating opportunities. And we recognized and realized when we were developing the strategy, Black and brown contractors that do HVAC, that do electrical work, they were sometimes confused or overwhelmed with the process of contracting with the county for some of our great initiatives. So we wanted to create a space where we could demystify the process and create authentic connections. And that's really what that Green Jobs Talent Gem is about. So 2 different events, one beautiful day, Green Jobs, Green Futures Summit, Green Industry Showcase from 1 to 4, and then Green Jobs Talent Gem from 6 to 8. We're out here in the community. We're making it happen. That's our goal. That's why we want to be here on the day with Trae.
I hands down to y'all, because it is important to begin to look at innovative approaches to community engagement, right? I mean, I'm talking to Anushka, y'all. This is one of those things that is important in terms of how people stay engaged in the process throughout, especially because this is new. Some folks may shy away from it just because of that factor. So already there's this level of knowledge sharing that has to really happen. So I really appreciate these opportunities to have the live demos. I mean, what is a better way for people to be engaged and learn on the spot about how this industry is going to affect, climate and green jobs in general. How are they going to affect us as everyday citizens over the long haul? When you think about some of the things that you're really excited for people to walk away with after they come to the summit, what are some of those main things that you're like, we want people to walk away with this?
Yeah, what I'm hearing you saying is key takeaways, right? So if folks are coming out to that Green Industry Showcase, from 1 to 4, we really want them to see themselves in the work that's happening. So we have a wonderful demonstration that's going to be run by this virtual reality company called 6R. Folks can put on virtual reality headsets and kind of get a taste of what it's like to review a solar panel installation from like a bird's eye view or from the roof or from inside. So we're really excited about that. I think that's going to be a wonderful station. Seattle City Light is bringing heat pumps and electric vehicle charging infrastructure there for folks to review and look at. And let me just tell you about heat pumps for a second. Like, we live in the Pacific Northwest, right? So we're not used to having a lot of cooling infrastructure in our houses, right? So heat pumps, they provide that heating, that warmth, yes, but they also provide cooling. And we know, I was around in 2021, we had that horrible heat wave. And unfortunately, some of our community members passed away because they were overwhelmed from the heat, right? So this is technology that we want to make more popular. And in order to do that, we need more HVAC technicians. We need people who are interested in installing this technology so our homes can stay safe and save money at the same time. So we're really grateful that Seattle City Light's going to be there. We just have a list of different employers. I want to pull out some of the employers that are going to be there just quickly, if you don't mind.
He's like, let me grab my notes
because I don't want to miss it. All right, Northwest Energy Efficiency Council and Smart Building Center, the Puget Sound Clean Air Agency, Triple Bottom Line Construction, A&R Solar, Puget Sound Joint Electrical Apprenticeship Program, King County's Wastewater Treatment Division, Seattle City Light, which I mentioned before, King County Metro, Sphere Solar, Helion, that's Fusion Energy. And then our Refugee Artisan Initiative. Those are just some of the folks that are going to be there. And like you said earlier, the key takeaways are you can be a part of this field. And this field needs workers, and it takes all of us. It's everybody's environment. It takes all of us to get involved and engaged to help solve the climate crisis, and not only turn the climate crisis into climate opportunity too. A lot of the narrative around climate change these days is doom and gloom, right? And it feels overwhelming for people. They feel like they can't make a positive impact or a positive change. But if you're looking for a new career, you're looking for a new opportunity, this is a time to, this event is a space to explore an opportunity where you can contribute in a positive way towards our goals. So those are the key takeaways.
I tell you, Michael, you got me hooked. I love this. And for people that I know, I'll be making sure I help to share this. I got to give you that time though. You look right there in that camera. Let them know, how do they get their tickets to the summit?
All right. So if you want to come to the Green Jobs, Green Futures Summit, September 29th at Fremont Foundry, just Google Green Jobs, Green Futures Summit, Eventbrite, and there's our registration link. It'll pop up as the top Google option. And then if you want to come to our Talent Jam, which is also a part of the summit, you just Google Green Jobs Talent Jam, Eventbrite. You can put King County in there too, and that'll pop up as the first option. Register for the event. We'll shoot you that logistical information. It's going to be beautiful. We hope to see folks there.
Absolutely. Great work, Michael, to you and your team. This is so intriguing to me because honestly, I'm someone who has given a lot of my voice to so many different climate change organizations and, county, city, there's always something happening. Even UW was doing something and my son was involved in like climate, jobs. But the idea that, people can do something that is going to benefit everyone, that's a beautiful pathway in terms of establishing and creating a career. So thank you for coming on and sharing this amazing opportunity. Wow. Y'all, look, we already starting on a phenomenal pathway. Of course, we get to continue our phenomenal pathway right after this short break with Deon BodiMeChanik Abdullah. Y'all stay tuned. You don't want to miss these tips. You're watching The Day with Trae.
I think my pieces of advice would be come in with humility, enjoy your passion, and be ready to work. Those are my 3 things. I think if you think your product is perfect and you may not need to adjust, your product's gonna die quickly because the world adjusts, people adjust. You need to always be thinking about your customer and what they want. So you may have an idea of what you like, but you got to move that to what the customer likes also. And 2, just enjoy your job. I love what I do. It is hard. I love what I do. is hard, and you're fighting Mother Nature, and you're fighting inflation and all these other things. But I think it's made me a better human being. And thirdly, like, be ready to work. Don't be lazy. Like, just do the research, get a mentor. Like, you know, that also goes with being humble. Like, find somebody who's done it and then work with them to help you be the best version of yourself.
Big Tobacco thinks they know everything. They think they know you, your community, the places you go, and the way that you spend your time. They think they got you all figured out, down to a formula, a calculation based off of numbers of what they think they know. Show them they're wrong. Learn more at theythinktheyknowyou.org.
I learned about the ONU program through many different community organizations. The program, they're very good at making sure that you meet the right people. My favorite part would have to be the community building and also the volunteer opportunities as well. I've been working on my physical health a lot more. I've been intentional about that, and they're very big on that. I'm still learning how transformational it is because there's just so much opportunity. It's a great program, and they will support you.
Visit the link at the end of this video to learn more.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Day with Trae. I'm your host, Trae Holiday. Joining me right now is my personal trainer and our resident fitness coach, Deon BodiMeChanik Abdullah. What up, Deon?
Hey, how's it going? Good to be here.
Hey, great to be with you. You know, I now get to start my Fridays, y'all, with an amazing massage by Deon, because if you didn't know, not only is he an amazing fitness trainer, but he's also a phenomenal massage therapist. But Deon, you know, over the course of the week, we've been having this kind of conversation, you know, brewing, and sometimes people can't make it to the gym. They, you know, don't want to pay for a gym membership. You know, there's a lot of at-home workouts that sometimes are collecting dust on the shelf, but people are doing everyday things that can be amped up to like burn more calories, infuse fitness and wellness into their day. Tell us more about some of these things that folks can be doing that are everyday things.
Right. So everyday things, understand that your body's ergonomics during occupational duties, whether that's nursing a child, caring for an elder, going to work on the computers, holding the microphone as you do to go on to basketball practice and playing a game. You know what I mean? Your body is what you call in active motion, right? So we're either doing one of two things, okay? We're either in motion, contracting muscle and releasing muscle, right? Causing energy usage, or we're holding a posture, once again, also causes energy usage because these muscles hold that stabilization for us. Okay. So if we're standing at attention all day, or if we're moving all day, we're still burning energy. So when you think about it like that, you always work out. I think people just think working out is honestly, if you walk up that hill to go to work, if you take the stairs up, if you take that car seat, put that car seat in, you're working out. You understand me? So you're working out. And the concept is, in the gym aspect, it kind of feels natural to stretch and maybe foam roll before you're working out. But do you really think of going to work all day, 8 hours? Oh, I need to stretch and foam roll. Most people don't really think about that. Like, you need to pre-warm your body up before your workday, and also release your body throughout the workday, because you need to understand you're working your body out all day. Now, would you work out in the gym the whole time? Of course, you're going to take breaks, rest points, but we find ourselves at a computer hours. Ah, my neck. That was in contraction for hours. We didn't do the stretch and the strengthening, just taking a small book or like a telephone. I'm gonna show you a little bit tips coming up about all these different little workouts, but these type of tips that can create that rehab while you're activating your muscles, because we get it. You got to live, you got to function, which is the workout that's keeping your body alive. but you will also run your body to death if you don't release it and rehab it throughout the process.
Yeah, this is a really interesting topic for me. I mean, you talked about cleaning, for instance, and it's so hilarious because almost every time, like when I clean, I'm like, oh my gosh, I am sweating. Right, I'm sitting here, taking barrels of laundry to the room. I'm folding up clothes. I'm going up and down the stairs, putting my son's clothes in their room. I'm this and that. If you start vacuuming, like whatever it is, you're so right that there's all of these things our body is engaged with in terms of activity throughout the day that we do not calculate as moments of time where we are, having our body at that kind of maximum activity rate or burning calories, which is another point of people going to the gym. I mean, when you think about some of these everyday, I mean, what kind of things should people be doing to amp it up?
I got you. So let's say I can't go to the gym right now, right? Kids are just not letting me go to the gym. I just can't go to go to the garage where all my tools are, so to speak, right? But I got to clean the kitchen because my kids just trashed the joint, okay? So how can I make a workout out of that, okay? So where you see a mess, I actually see a ton of workout modalities right there, okay? So anytime you scrub a surface, I see surface resistance, which is going to add a certain resistance to it. Understand, cloth and sponges add different resistance. Okay, so a wet sponge is a little bit more tougher than a cloth. So if you want to upgrade the resistance, you can kind of play with the sponge and the cloth. That's step number 1. 2, I'm going to increase the heat. I'm going to actually put on maybe 2 sweaters, right, to kind of really get that sweat going, right? And I'm just going to wipe the counter down, all right? That's all we're doing right now, okay? So I'm going to go to the counter, right? And in a motion, right, sequence it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One. Little silly, right? I got a whole push broom and a whole mop and everything else, but I promise you, my heart is beating right now, right? I didn't even have nothing in my hand. I just kind of manipulated the situation. But you'll be surprised how drenched you are by wiping down your entire counter, both arms. It'll be super clean too. And sweeping. That's a full body workout, full upper appendage workout and full lower body appendage workout. You get into a squat, sweep, sweep, sweep down, turn around, sweep. That's core engagement, core rotational core, especially if you focus on the form. You turn making the kitchen kind of into a fun workout. It's a nice, play some music in the background, really get into it. You know what I mean? And the more you get into it, the better, because the exaggerated motion is that extra movement that's going to really produce that sweat. And once again, you're in the privacy of your own dwelling. That's the good thing about these kind of at-home workouts and everything else. And you can kind of sneak them in, right? Calf raises, standing on your tippy toes, right? That's just waiting in line, guys. Just hit 10, hold, release, right? Just even kind of, when nobody's looking, grab a chair and just do 5 squats. Hold 5 at the end point, release, shake it out, do 2. Takes you 10 minutes, you know what I mean? And shakes it out. But if you do that, and once again, it's a change that counts, a small change consistently that counts every day. One workout's never got one person buff, ripped ever. Understand that. I don't care how good the workout is. It's always the consistency in the and the repetition of the workout. So let me tell you, if you throw those pennies in 8 times a day for 5 minutes, right? You'll be surprised how many squats you're doing, how many arm extensions you're doing, horizontal raises you're doing, all these things that you're doing that's shedding those calories, toning that body, engaging that core, and really getting a full metabolic workout.
This is so intriguing to me. I really am like, you know what? You're absolutely right. Embedding a squat while you sweep and, being even more intense with your countertops. It's like, the way that you have described it, people need to, this is every day, y'all. This is what you are already doing, right? And it's exciting because when we talk about the need for health, and we keep this, topic alive on Fitness Friday, the need for our collective health is real, because unfortunately America doesn't prioritize it. And really, we have a lot of work to do to catch up to other countries. You said it when you were in Norway. You're like, look, they have exercise bikes at the park. We're still just now kind of hitting the surface with that kind of, bringing it into the culture more. So the more that we can utilize our everyday movement to heighten our senses, to get us into a more active lifestyle, this is so important. Always, Deon, a pleasure. If folks are trying to book with you, trying to connect with Holistic Coalition, don't forget to let them know right there.
So I'm going to work out while I'm telling you this. So go to www.holisticcoalitionnw.com. See how easy this is? Even while I'm interviewing, I can get a workout in, bro.
That's not easy either.
Anytime. Oh, once again, you can follow us on all social media platforms. Please, the best way to really get into any contact with me is getting a service. I'm doing these great grand modality service to really help impact your body. We got the free classes going on with Najee's Saturday classes at 10 a.m. on Saturdays and 8 p.m. on Wednesdays. So please, we are giving this information out, you know what I mean, for free in a sense. So please come get a good workout in. And once again, y'all, stay moving, stay in motion. No matter if you're in the seat, if you're at home, or if you're at the best 24-hour fitness or LA Fitness, right? Do not let nothing get in the way of your fitness, right? So really attack those goals so you can really impact everything else that we have to hit in society.
Oh, Deon, always a pleasure. Thank you so much for being here. Oh my gosh, y'all. I'm telling you, I'm sweating looking at him do the knee raises. Look, this is about as far as I can go right now. But I promise you, soon I'll be able to go further than that. I'm going to wrap it all up right after this short break. Stay tuned. You're watching The Day with Trae.
1 in every 500 African Americans in the U.S. suffers from sickle cell disease. 1 in 3 African American blood donors is a match for patients with sickle cell. 1 appointment to donate blood with the American Red Cross can help save a life. Will you be that one? Visit redcrossblood.org/ourblood today to schedule an appointment at a location near you.
The new COVID-19 updated booster provides the best protection available right now. So don't wait. Stay safe this summer and get your updated booster today. To find a free vaccine provider near you, go to kingcounty.gov/vaccine.
So the advice that I would give to anybody coming into really any space is always keeping an eye out for the people that are doing the thing that you want to do, and seeking them out and just asking them for a cup of coffee, asking to meet and connect with them in some way, because more often than not, those are the people that want to help you and want to uplift you and figure out a way to provide you support. So even if they don't have the answer, they can help you find somebody, but also they're helping you write the first few chapters of your story. And I think that that is the most important thing. Like, you don't know what you don't know coming into that space, and you have to be unafraid to ask those questions and really trust yourself and lean in hard. You know, you're gonna make mistakes. That's going to happen. It is inevitable. It is a part of life. But what matters is what you learn from that, what the takeaway is, and how you push forward.
Welcome back, everyone, to The Day with Trae. I'm your host, Trae Holiday. What a phenomenal Friday indeed. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm sitting here still trying to figure out how to lift my, you know what, it's going to happen. It's happening. I'm in the motion. He always says consistency is key. I want to give a huge shout out to my guest today, Michael Carter with the King County Green Jobs Green Futures Summit. Make sure y'all go right there to Eventbrite. Register for this amazing event, September 29th. It is incredible, because when I talk about being inspired, not only do you have some amazing tips from Deon today, but you also got a perfect opportunity if you are looking for that career change or new career, you're a young person just getting going. The idea that you can pour your energy into green jobs, making our future more green, is an amazing way for me to just put it on a platter for you to see yourself as a part of the solution. Y'all know I'm always saying that. And of course, I'm inspired by what Michael shared today and by what Deon shared. You know, the more of us who are doing the work, who are connecting to these opportunities. If it's someone else you know that can plug in, please share it with them. This is something that we need for the health of our planet, y'all. And so we definitely need y'all to be tapping into that summit. Learn more, go see those live demos. If you have no idea what any of these kind of jobs are and you don't know where to get started, this is a great opportunity for you to tap into something that is going to be beneficial to all of us. By doing this work, we can actually save our planet, y'all. And you know how important that is, right? So please make sure that y'all do register for this amazing summit. And also, take notice of those tips that Deon gave us today. Let's improve the longevity of our lifespan by being actively engaged in making sure our bodies are active bodies out here, y'all. Of course, for me, I'm so excited. Join me later on today. I'll be at the waterfront block party right there at Pier 62. Huge shout out to everyone who has made this possible. I'm excited because I'll be there. So come and join me, y'all. That's happening like 4 to 8 p.m. It's going to be an amazing stage. So there's a lot of other events happening this weekend. Amazing poetry event that we heard about earlier in the week from Monique. Make sure y'all go there too. Langston Hughes, it starts today. So the Verbal Oasis expression event is happening at Langston Hughes all weekend. So there's plenty of ways for you to tap in. If you are a young person looking to get into poetry, or an older person who is like, I'm just starting, but I'm ready to put my, works out there, there is an open mic. Make sure y'all tap into that as well. Thank you so much for watching this week. And y'all know, for me, until Monday at 11 a.m., peace. Converge Media produces culturally relevant content for Black and urban audiences. Our coverage is raw, transparent, and objective, praised by community leaders, government officials, and residents. Support Converge Media today via Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal at Converge Media.